I believe boxing's a metaphor for life, 100%. It's about not quitting and getting up off the stool even when you don't feel like it, and being strong, not just for yourself, but you got people watching you, you got a younger generation, you got people to inspire, and you know, that's what I'm trying to do in my career. I believe I made a statement that I'm the best super middleweight in the country. You know, Tonga was a very live threat, and especially in those early rounds, you've seen he was 11 wins, 11 knockouts, just having the one loss, but definitely a game operator, and we had to be smart. I saw the opportunity and I took it, and I believe I made a statement in doing so. It was more than perception, that was completely what it was. We knew he was dangerous, especially in the early rounds, so I just saw an opportunity and I capitalised on it. But I believe if the fight had gone longer, I would have been able to show more of my skill and break it down even further and push for the stoppage later. But in professional boxing, when you see an opportunity, you got to take it. And I saw it and I took it, and yeah, it was a good statement to make and on a big platform, so I was happy with that. And to get the WBO Oriental title was awesome on top of that.
Wasn't surprised about the Jack Bowen and Tonga fight, purely because the way Jack is, yes, he is skillful, yes, he is a smart boxer, but what people generally lack to know about Jack is he don't take shit. And I think him making the weight and the whole weight issue, that fired Jack up a bit. And I think, on his behalf, it was a little bit disrespectful. So he wanted to actually go in there and prove a point that, you don't do that when you're a professional. And I've seen Jack, even as a kid, he loves to scrap at times. And that's not changed just because he's gotten older. He loves to scrap and he will throw down with you if you're there. But I think it also proved to Jack that, and Australia, that Jack's the next best thing. People look past him, but I think Jack is on the rise and he'll be the next one for Australia.
He did miss weight the day before, but I went into the ring just focused on my systems and the things that we do well here, and that was before the weigh-in as well. I'm the ultimate professional. I turn up, you make weight, and yeah, I felt it was a little disrespectful missing weight, and I know he had his circumstances, but I had mine as well. It's not easy making weight, especially a weight you should be fighting at. So yeah, I feel that did weigh heavy on me a little bit in the fight, but when you're in there, you're just focused on your job and executing. Obviously, I spoke briefly about it in my post-fight interview, but my sister's battling lung cancer at the moment, and she had a doctor's appointment to confirm whether she was going to go into chemotherapy or not before this fight, and it fell in the dates lined up with my fight, and she said, "No, I'm going to live my life, I'm going to come watch Jack," and there was no way I was losing in front of her. I brought my little baby boy as well. I'm not losing in front of them. They give me strength every single session, every single day. So it was a bit of extra motivation, but obviously we got our situations now and a different fight on our hands. It's not been a journey that's just started since my sister got diagnosed with lung cancer. This has been a journey since she was born. Since I was 3 years old, we've been in and out of hospitals and we've been fighting day in, day out, which is probably why I don't like to, when I lost my fight, I look at my sister and I go, you know what, it's not that bad. It could be way worse. And I've grown up around kids that, through no fault of their own, have been diagnosed with cancer, or they don't make it past 15, 16. And that's no fault of their own. That's just the circumstances they've been dealt. So how can I whinge when I got a healthy body, healthy mind, and I lose a fight? Who cares?
Yeah, I think that whole someone's O's got to go, it's a bit detrimental to the sport. I think what we've got to start doing is understanding that, yes, this can happen. But I think we also, it's so cliche, it's how you come back from it. And that's one of the main things we say in boxing is, how do you come back from a defeat? They say it in the amateurs, they should be saying it in the pros. Look, it's different if you lost the next 3 on the trot, really bad, or next 3 on the trot and you're kind of at that tail end of your career. But I think if you lose 1 or 2 along the way, you're still a prospect. You still got something there to, as they say, fights matter. It's who you fight and when you're fighting and what kind of style you're fighting matters. So I think Jack learned a lesson from that and has grown massively from that. And I think everyone around should be looking at those types of losses that happen, devastating as they are at the time. It's how you come back from it and the type of man or woman you become from that.
If you know who you are, the rest is irrelevant. I know who I am, I know the people around me and what they believe in. We're all aligned with the same values, the same goals, same principles. So I didn't really have to do a big self-reflection moment or a big, I just knew who I was. I knew that it was a fight, I lost, and I just had to keep moving. And everyone around me supported me, and I took full responsibility after it as well. And then everyone around me did the same, and we're top 15 in the world now. I spoke about it in my post-fight interview. I'd like the Max Reese fight, if that makes sense to me, domestically. And then if we can't get that, I'm going to have to look at international opponents. That's what I believe, because I want to climb. I got in this to be a world champion. I got in this to make money as well, I'm getting to an age where I got a young family now, and this is professional prize fighting. So I'm going to take the best route that both secures my family and also fulfills my dreams. I think he's had a good career, Max is a classy operator and he's always been well spoken. He's a gentleman like I believe I am as well, and if that's a fight that can get made, then let's do it. Yeah, look, I appreciate all the love and all the messages after the Nikita Tszyu undercard fight night, but to be fair with you, I got a lot more messages from the heart from people that listen to my post-fight interview, and they're going through their own struggles and their own battles, and I think that was more inspiring to me than anything, because I've had knockout wins, I've had a career where I can look back and be proud of, and when you get messages about people going through similar situations and it spurred them on to keep fighting or be the strong man for their family, then I don't know, I took a lot out of that. It was cool.